You're tuned in to the Kansas City Weather Report, your daily source for the latest local forecast right here in KC. Whether you're planning your commute, weekend barbecue, or just trying to figure out if you need that extra layer, Wes has you covered. So let's dive into today's forecast.
Welcome to the Kansas City Weather Report. I'm meteorologist Wes Peary. Today's Monday, December 15th, and here's what's up with the weather. Get ready for a chilly and windy morning as you step out the door. It'll feel like about 10 degrees out there with the wind gusting at times near about 30 miles per hour. Now, I think the windiest part of the day will be this morning, but you're probably still going to notice it this afternoon. Afternoon, literally, we'll just say noon, actually. Noon. At noon, it'll feel like about freezing, and then temperatures today get near about 45. Not too cold overnight. We'll kind of stall out near the freezing mark overnight, and tomorrow morning, it'll be about freezing with the wind chill near about 20 to 25. Tuesday and Wednesday look much warmer, about 55 degrees for each day there on Tuesday and Wednesday. And the morning, the temperatures will again be about the freezing mark to start each day. So really similar and especially warm for December-like conditions. Now, temperatures again are they're moving a little bit overnight. So, for instance, Wednesday at 7, it may be like 50 degrees outside. Wednesday at 7 p.m. And then Wednesday at 7 a.m., it may be like 45 degrees outside. So we're staying pretty warm and a little on the windy side Wednesday night into Thursday. There's a cold front coming through during this period as well, and a pretty good shot of some light rainfall early Thursday morning, like before 6 a.m. Thursday morning. Once that front comes through, it should deliver some cooler air. Temperatures on Thursday morning out the door, 45 degrees. By lunchtime, it's still like 45 degrees, but on the way home from work, it'll be about 30 degrees. And the wind on Thursday will be very strong again. We're looking at some more 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible, kind of like we had, was that last Wednesday? We had some 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. We're looking at another windy day, but not, I don't think quite as chilly as last week. I think it's going to be a little bit warmer on Thursday. In any event, we'll change the wind direction back to southerly for Friday. And I got to say, I don't have a whole lot of confidence in the Friday forecast. Friday, it could be 40 or it could be 50 degrees. So that's why I'm thinking 45. Honestly, it could be 40 or it could be 55. But anyway, I'm going 45 for Friday with a good bit of high cloudiness as the warmth just pumps back in. Saturday, again, like 55 degrees. The first day of winter, which is Sunday, it looks like a cold front knocks temperatures back down to seasonally cool December levels in the 40s there. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, we are trying to jump back up into the 50s. It may be, again, about 55 degrees Tuesday and Wednesday. And by the way, next Wednesday is Christmas Eve. And around Christmas Day, maybe after, we may get another cold front that comes through. If we don't get a cold front that comes through, it may be, again, be like 55 degrees there for Christmas Day. Now, we're not looking at a situation in 2021 in which it was like 65 degrees. And then Christmas Eve, it was, I think, in the 70s. It was like 71, 72 degrees. It's not quite like that. But a white Christmas at this point looks highly unlikely, barring one of these cold fronts coming through earlier and the air being much colder behind it. The good news is, though, I think overall, the travel situation across the Midwest does not look to be impacted too much. This weather pattern is warm. Yes, it comes with cold fronts, but it's easier to travel with some rain than it is with ice and snow. You kind of got to pick your battles here. Like, yes, you want it to be dry on all the roads, but in the wintertime, you kind of just try not to go with the worst possible situation, and that is a little bit of rain with some warm conditions. So overall, just expect warm weather this week. There still will be some cold days, but more warm ones, kind of warmer than average than not. By the way, the average high is about 42 degrees for the next week or so. So it's not really that hard to be above average. 45 is above average. But we're looking at more 45 to 55 degree days than days near 40. Got it? A note about the atmospheric pressure. If you're sensitive to pressure changes, it'll be falling Monday and Tuesday and stay pretty low overall for about the next week. That can give some people pretty persistent pain. Others, your body kind of readjusts to the pressure if it stays relatively low. And other people like me, I actually don't feel the pressure change whatsoever. So sorry for those of you that do. Sorry about it. Okay, recapping the forecast. Cold and windy this morning. 45 this afternoon. 55 degrees essentially for Tuesday and Wednesday. The chance of some light rainfall on Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Very windy on Thursday. Highs close to 50 on Thursday. About 45 again on Friday. 55 for Saturday. Another 45-degree day there for next Sunday. And then I'm thinking probably in the middle 50s, lower to middle 50s for next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Again, Wednesday is Christmas Eve. Thanks so much for joining me for this edition of the Kansas City Weather Report. You can find me on social media at West Weather. Have a good one.